What is going on?
What's going on, guys?
What's good, y'all? We're back with another episode 14, baby.
1-4.
Yeah, I'm your boy Mast,
I'm Migs.
and we are Wolf's Web. We are Woof Logik. We're gonna be performing this week. Can't wait. It's coming up Saturday. We're gonna be closing out exchange for Yellow Claw. We're pretty excited, man. It's our first ever Insomniac related event, and that's always been a big goal of ours is to finally get into the radar of Insomniac.
Yeah.
And so we got a crazy set prep for y'all. Well, you would have already seen it because this comes out after.
Yeah, so we actually threw the fuck down. That shit was crazy packed.
Right, that shit was lit as fuck, man.
Titties were popping out everywhere. Bottles. It was a crazy ass set. You had to be there.
Yeah, we saw people in the wheelchairs being carried.
It was the best.
Shit was wild. But yeah, guys, we got that coming up soon. And so, yeah, we're excited. Finally
Super
getting
excited.
back on stage.
When was our last show?
Last show was actually last year, man. Whenever we do have our sets, though, we fucking tear that shit down. But yeah, that's the goal is to always just leave a mark and leave that memory with each attendee.
Mm-hmm.
I love including songs that aren't like usually played through at any other event, because like I always hear the same thing even in ourselves when we're at festivals. It's like we hear a lot of the same old songs. And don't get me wrong, I understand you want to play what's popping like at the time, but it's not. I don't know. I like to include a lot of old shit, a lot of throwbacks, a lot of non-EDM stuff, just other bangers that I don't hear out there. It's always best to do that, in my opinion. And so yeah, we got that prep for y'all. But I think the last show we played was at Avalon last year.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and then we got the Desert Rave coming up soon. We're talking about something in Arizona. We don't know yet though, so we'll see. Hopefully that one gets locked in. But yeah, man. So this past weekend, we actually celebrated our friends Gazelle and Johnny. If you guys aren't familiar, Gazelle, he's from our YouTube channel Maple Alley, and as well as Ponte Las Pilas podcast. Just like Johnny, he's in that too. But yeah, those are our like childhood friends, high school, middle school for some of us.
Yeah.
Even elementary. I've known Gazelle since elementary, but. Yeah, so we celebrated at this bar called Chirps, and
shout out Chirps.
Big shout out to them for letting us record in there and all that. It's always a vibe when we're over there playing on the pool table. We're getting like Mexican candy shots like over and over.
The drinks are cheap as hell.
Yeah, the drinks are a very good price out there.
They got really good wings and fries.
Yeah, facts. And the fries only $3. Come on, man. Come on.
You know what's funny, fool? You remember how I got that picture?
Yeah.
They didn't charge me for that.
For real?
For real.
Bro, I didn't even look at what they charged me for. I only paid $75.
I didn't want to say anything, but I was like, I don't see the picture on here, so I'm just like.
Yeah, I feel like they forgot a bunch of. I was assuming they're gonna forget a bunch of stuff because Johnny he put in some orders and like they never asked for his card. So.
Yeah, I think it's when they switched to the older lady.
Yeah, so. If you're watching this, we're sorry, but hey, we're returning customers.
Hey, yeah, we're there all the time.
Yeah, we're there all the time, and we're hopefully we can bring new people over there with these videos because we also, like I said, we recorded a vlog. It's coming out on Maple Alley, so be sure to check that out soon. And,
yes, sir.
And yeah, so from there we came home and partied more, and we got a couple. Dude, you know what I didn't even know that we did? I was so drunk.
We were all drunk.
I took 4 shots before I even went to the bar, and then at the bar. I got like maybe 3 tall beers, and then like 2 or 3 shots. And so I was already fucking lit. But when we got here, I saw we had like a case of White Claws, case of Ultras. Johnny brought, I think, Buchanan's pineapple.
That's gross.
Yeah, I took some shots out of that though. And then
the Buzzball.
Who brought the Buzzball? Who brought all that drinks actually? Because I don't remember.
So I got the Ultras and the White Claws, and then David bought the Biggie Ball.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I think that's when we started drinking the Buzzball. That's kind of when things started getting like fuzzy for me as far as just remembering shit. Because I told him Mike before I got here, I was like, I don't even remember even leaving your house.
Yeah, man, I don't remember getting to the house. I don't remember going to sleep. Obviously, I'm always the one first out because I'm just a sleepy ass fool.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, and you know what? I didn't even know that we ordered Pizza Hut.
That was on Saturday.
No. Kitty was saying that we had ordered pizza.
You did?
I don't know, bro. See, here's the thing.
No, I do remember someone ordered Jack in the Box because I remember I went
Yeah.
outside and like, hey, who ordered Jack in the Box?
Yeah, Kitty ordered that for Aiden,
Right.
but I don't know, man, because Kitty, I don't know. Kitty was saying that someone ordered pizza and there was 3 boxes or whatever.
Well, maybe.
I don't know, maybe. Whoever, if you're watching this and you were there, let us know. But yeah, man, it was dope vibes.
You know what? I do remember. I don't know if it got here because I remember John kept saying like, who's gonna put you in for pizza if they want some? And I wasn't like really trying to eat, so I was like, no, I'm straight. But I do remember because he kept asking people around like, who wants to eat, who wants to eat, who wants to eat.
Damn, I'm asking then. Yeah, but
Yep, I don't
pretty
know.
much,
I don't
pretty
know if
much,
I
I
ever
don't remember all that shit, dude. But
yeah.
you guys will see the video. That shit's funny as fuck. Kitty fucking humped my ass and I fell to the floor apparently.
That shit was funny.
But yeah, it's always good vibes. That's our core group that was there. From Ponte de las Piedras and our shit, of course.
I do remember I kept slapping Lalo's ass, and that was like, stop it.
Simp ass fool over
I
there with
know.
this girl colored up the whole time.
Big Mandy.
Mandy long ass. But yeah, man. So there was some. All right, so there's last episode we talked about the gorge shooting beyond Wonderland. There was like a shooting over there in the campgrounds. We talked about that the last episode or the 2 episodes ago.
Right.
And apparently there's an update, man. So I don't know if you've seen, but the fool that did the shooting, he was blaming it on shrooms. That like he was on a bad trip, thought the world was gonna end, and so this fool like for whatever reason went get the fucking gun and shot some people.
That's wild.
Yeah, and I think one of them was like security or ground control. One of the two, I believe. It was a female and a male that passed. And then the rest were just injured, you know.
Yeah. Wow. I can't believe he's blaming it on shrooms.
Yeah, I think he's just bullshitting, trying to get out of it.
Yeah.
Trying to use that as an excuse. He's probably got a lawyer, and that's what they try to make him do. But, you know, it's just crazy. Like, why are you even taking a gun in the first place?
Yeah, that's
it's a
dumb.
festival.
That's so retarded.
You can say that. Nah, who gives a fuck, man? They know that we're not trying to give it.
Yeah. It's just dumb because I'm like you're going into a festival for good vibes and stuff.
Yeah.
And you're bringing stuff that like why bring that?
Yeah, exactly. But you know what? I guess while we're on the topic of psychedelics and shit, have you ever like seen anything crazy? Like any people like on a crazy trip?
Have I seen? I wouldn't know if I do remember people seeing like acting dumb, but I don't know if it was because they were like on any like acid or psychedelics.
Dude,
actually, do you remember? We went to Countdown and we had to get there early as hell. I remember we were talking to that one dude who's like, he's basically said he was like perma tripping forever because he took so many like psychedelics.
Yeah, I remember doing like some research on all that shit before, and I've seen people say like they take like a whole sheet, which is like 100 tabs, and like they'll be tripping for like for a year or whatever, you know,
Yeah,
or a month. Like they'll be tripping for so damn long. I'm like, damn, can you imagine being on that? You know, I remember there's this one video at one of the Safe and Sound. Back then there was a bass event called Safe and Sound.
damn, I forgot about those.
Yeah, so I have this video. There's this fool. He's over here like just doing this, like just staring at the crowd, just like this. He had to be on that shit. He had to be on something. He's just like this, and he just slowly brings his hands down.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and there's a ton of stories, man. So let's see. What can I figure it out? I have a friend. I have a friend who I think he's taken a trip before. Yeah. So this is how he explains it. He took acid at Nocturnal Wonderland, and so he was pretty much having a bad trip. It was turning that way, and he said he was hearing the music and like the words were changing to be like as if he was at his funeral. Like they were talking like
okay.
he was at his funeral.
I actually know which friend you're talking about now.
Yeah, man. So it's crazy because he was saying that so he apparently he was thinking he was in a hospital bed, and you know how like that little beeper thing was going like beep beep, like it checked your heartbeat.
Yeah.
So he said that like he felt it slowing down, and that pretty much when it hit the last beep, like he just fell to the ground. I'm just like, God damn, bro. And he ended up in the medical tent.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but there's some crazy stories like all around, man. If you go to any rave, you're gonna see someone tripping for sure, dude. And then I've seen like some people like going butt ass naked with fucking like ass slaps on their cheeks, like some dudes.
I do remember seeing that.
or I don't know, people are out of hand with their fucking totems too.
Yeah.
like that. I think I seen like a dildo on one and all that.
Oh my god.
I'm like, yeah, damn.
Hey, whatever. As long as it's not a gun.
Yeah, I do. I do also know another story. So I don't know if you ever recall. So there used to be like a big warehouse or factory in Ontario. Actually, I'm gonna cut that part out, the city part.
All right.
But there's this big factory around here, and they have like CO2 tanks, nitrous oxide tanks.
Like just empty ones?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
I at least I think I don't know. I would never been there, but pretty much it was like a factory where I'm assuming they fill them up and all that. So in the whole yard, there's a bunch of tanks all lined up, and he told me that he had just taken acid, and his homie asked him, he was like, "You down to go to come up on some tanks?" And this fool was like, "Fuck, I just took 3 tabs."
What?
And he was like, "Fuck it, I'm down." And so he went. They both went, and they parked outside. I guess they like hop over the fence or they cut through it when they have the tool or whatever. And they pretty much just came up on a bunch of tanks, like 15, 20 tanks. And just like, bro, imagine doing that shit on acid.
That's wild.
Yeah, bro, I would be like paranoid as hell that like cops were gonna pull up or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. There's some people that are just built different. They could take like hella tabs, like nothing.
Yeah, they just like, I barely feel it. I'm like, y'all wild.
Yeah, I don't know, but let's see what else. There's Electric Forest. Electric Forest just happened, and it just seems like bad camping, or like there's been bad camping experiences lately. Did you hear about it that they shut down?
No, what happened?
Apparently, there's like some Electric Forest. There was like some thunderstorm going on, so I think it was just day 2 or 3. I don't know how many days it was shut down, but they pretty much had to shut it down because of a thunderstorm. And they advised everyone to go to their campsites and all that. And it's just like, damn, bro, like we're getting this crazy weather in like the middle of summer.
Yeah.
And it kind of makes me wonder, like, maybe this global warming shit is fucking real, like, or just maybe it's the weather's just shifting to a later time of the year,
Yeah, but I mean, I do kind of believe it because remember earlier in the year it was like snowing.
Yeah.
And like we don't get snow like that out here.
Yeah, exactly. There's just too many things happening to be like a coincidence.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I guess I'm not the type to like preach this like fucking shit or conspiracy theory stuff. But I guess maybe we should all be doing our part and like cleaning up a bit everywhere.
Yeah.
Because pretty much that's what it is I even heard that scientists say if we don't zero out these carbon emissions, then pretty much by 2050 we're gonna have irreversible like consequences or whatever.
Right.
Because pretty much we got to clean up this fucking planet by 2050, and if not, then we're fucked.
Well, I do know by I can't remember if it's between like 2026 and 2030 that they're supposed to have like non diesel trucks for sale in California.
Oh yeah, they're trying to do electric only pretty much everywhere.
Yeah, which I mean, like, it's cool because I've seen like the new Chevy truck, the videos of it. And that shit is badass, and it's all electric.
Yeah, I've even seen UPS or no, not FedEx trucks or Amazon trucks that are like electric. I mean, they look sick. My only thing is like with electric cars, I'm kind of just worried about switching over to that, or because I don't know, it's just new, so it's like weird. It's like I'm not trying to worry about charging my shit in the middle of the desert.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
have you ever driven one like an all electric car?
Nah, dude, I could have had a chance to drive an electric car in Hawaii. That was like the cheapest rental choice.
Yeah.
When he told me that though, I was like, nah, because they're gonna charge me when I return it if I didn't refill it. Like, so they charge you pretty much if you don't return the car filled up all the way. And I was like, I'm not about to go out of my way to go find a fucking electric station or charging station. And so I just ended up getting a regular like Kia or whatever. But yeah, I've have you ever driven?
Yeah, Jaime owns one. So we had it when we went to the show out in LA. He made me take his car, and it was weird because I was just like, I'm not used to driving cars like that. But eventually I got the feel for it. But it's a little jarring if you're not used to electric.
Is it super quick when you press on the
It can
gas?
be. It can be.
Yeah. Well, what does he have?
Damn, I don't even know. It's like some Chevy. I forget. It's a weird electric car. I don't even know what it's called. It looks cool as shit.
Oh,
though.
maybe it's like a Spark, Chevy Spark. It's a tiny car.
No, it's a little bigger.
Oh, never mind.
It's a little bigger.
Oh yeah, because I've seen those before, but I've always wanted to drive a Tesla just to see how it feels.
Yeah.
but like I said, I wonder like so they sell you charging things to plug into your wall to charge your car.
Right.
Like I wonder if it like runs up your electricity bill.
I would imagine it would. I do know that it doesn't. It's not like a quick charge either. It does take a bit for it to charge. So that's why most people like they'll go to like the fast chargers.
Dude, what I found bullshit, and maybe I'm stupid for thinking this, but all those charging stations they have everywhere at the shopping centers or malls, you got to pay to charge your car. I'm like, come on. I thought that was like the whole reason of like switching over to gas is like
I
minimize.
mean, I'm sure in the very beginning it was free, and now you do. It's not like a lot. It is a lot cheaper than if you're like putting gas.
How much is it, do you?
It goes by like minutes or some shit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but also that's another thing too, though, is I hear it takes forever to charge.
Yeah.
So that's the one thing that the rental place advised me is like, yeah, it's probably taking out like a couple hours or to fill it up from 0 to full.
Yeah.
So I'm like, damn, that does suck too. But then that's all I'm saying. Like, why are they charging? Whatever.
They gotta make their money somehow.
Yeah, true that. Well, I guess like outside of like the global warming shit, like all this crazy weather, there's been other crazy shit going down. Like,
Yeah.
it's been a crazy year so far, honestly. We just experienced that whole Titanic submarine thing falling down or whatever,
crazy.
exploding. And we were talking about it, and it's not new. Like people have been doing this before.
Yeah.
But pretty much, go ahead and explain it.
Well, because there's been like submarine expeditions to like the Titanic before. Like it's not new. Like the director who made the Titanic, he's been there. He said he's been there like 33 times. But the one that got fucking imploded was his brand new 5-seater one that this expedition Seagate, I think they're called. We're trying now, and they've done expeditions in the past, but I think it's because this one was a brand new one where it was experimental, like 5 people in a submarine, which is crazy for that kind of depth. They were trying to do that, and what's crazy is like that it was not regulated by any of the people that would be regulated. In fact, they kept telling them, "Hey, you're gonna something's bad gonna happen to you if you use this." And this fool dead ass like kind of brushed him off. It was like, he basically got offended and said like, "Oh, you don't trust like my skills and bullshit, man." But look what happened. They fucking died.
Yeah, man, that's fucking crazy. Imagine just like exploding, like you don't even feel that shit.
Yeah, and then did you see how like you know how like the search was like lasting for like a couple of days because supposedly they had like 96 hours of oxygen. The U.S. Navy says they recorded something on their sonar that basically would imply that shit imploded within like 2 or 3 hours of them going down on the expedition because they heard like a boom.
Damn.
Yeah, so like they were like literally looking for nothing.
Fuck. I know. I saw that they found like some debris of the submarine or whatever.
Yeah, and I saw a picture of like 1 ton of psi from like the water pressure on like a regular submarine, and that shit was bent as hell. So like with like the amount of pressure that they were at down, like that shit was. It was crazy that they even found pieces of the fucking submarine.
Fuck, man. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't think about that shit. Like, you're not supposed to be that low in water. Like,
yeah.
I wouldn't even mess with it. We've already talked about this shit. I don't mess with the water, man. I respect that shit, man. Fuck out of here. Keep that rich white people shit away from me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's crazy because Mr. Beast had posted that he was invited to that trip.
That's crazy.
So imagine we would have lost Mr. Beast.
How else will people win $1,000 for free?
Facts, man. That's the number one YouTuber right there. Shout out Mr. Beast. I hope I run into him one day and he just pays off all my debts.
Facts.
I'll get on my knees like, please, my boy. You don't understand. Yeah, I'll invite you to the carne asada.
For real. And you know what's funny? There's like even some more crazy water shit. So there's like a ski thing, like a jet ski thing you can do from like, I forget what beach it is out here in California, but you take that all the way to the Catalina Islands, and it's an 1.5-hour jet ski ride, like by yourself. You're on your own jet skis, and then you go to Catalina Island. You're there chilling out, and then you come back and drive. But I was reading comments on it, and people were saying like that's only working like in perfect conditions. If the water's choppy or if it's like the weather's bad and you still go, it's a bitch and a half. Damn. And I'm like, nah, I'm gonna stick my ass to the water.
Yeah, bro. Fuck, the water's crazy. I've seen a ton of videos where like people get married at the beach and then like the wave just coming and fuck that shit up, bro. I'm like, oh my God, I'll be fucking pissed, man. So that's why I fuck that option too. And then just like thunderstorms going on outside and all that.
Yeah.
Like I want an indoor wedding or something.
Yeah, because I can't count how many times people have had like outdoor weddings, and then just like some weather ends up fucking it up for them, or people get too hot because it's a fucking the blazing ass sun, because the motherfuckers like to have summer weddings and bullshit.
Yeah, I want to have mine in like October because I love like Halloween shit,
Yeah,
and like I plan on having like all red everywhere. So I don't know, it just fits the vibe, you know. It's like cool weather. I don't know where we're gonna do it whenever that happens, but you know we for sure probably can't do it in Fontana that time because it's windy as fuck over here.
yeah, all the fucking decorations blowing everywhere.
Yeah, or people's fucking dresses getting fucked up and shit. But yeah, man. There's been, like I said, it's been a crazy year. Hella news. Fucking all these beefs cracking off.
Yeah, it's just
I,
crazy.
I,
Everyone's like all upset with each other, man.
I know. It's like, I don't know. We're just all mad at each other. It's like, I don't know what it is. It's like jealousy or whatever. But like, we got Elon Musk like trying to get down with fucking Mark Zuckerberg.
Which I heard that actually might actually happen, because they both said they're down as fuck to get like do the fight, which is crazy.
And Dana White, I think he's mediating it right now. Or
Yeah.
he's trying to get something going. And that'll be fucking exciting as fuck. I'll for sure pay for that.
The two top billionaires in the world out here beefing, scrapping it up.
Yeah, for sure. Well, he just got here, so.
All right, pause.
So, yeah, hopefully that fight happens.
Mhm.
Who do you have winning it? Because they're saying Elon is like the bigger dude, which I'm sure he is.
Yeah,
But Zuckerberg, he's actually into like some form of fighting. I think, what is it, jujitsu?
yeah, jiu-jitsu.
So yeah, and supposedly he didn't lose that tournament that they're claiming that he did. That supposedly he made them restart so that he could win.
Yeah, no, he did make him restart. It was funny as fuck.
Yeah, but his team is saying that that's not true. So
Cap.
but yeah, who do you got winning that one?
I think I'm gonna have to go with Zuckerberg, man. I've never seen Elon fight, and I know that fool's a little weird in the head.
Yeah, he seems like very stiff too. So
Yeah,
but he is confident as fuck. So who knows? I think I'll go Zuckerberg too, though.
yeah, he's confident enough to name his kid that weird ass name.
Yeah. What is it again?
I can't even say it.
It's like some numeral, some like number stuff, huh?
Yeah, and it's like, and the way they say it is like, how did you get that name and these like sequence of like numbers and letters the same way? It's like, how did they come up with that?
Yeah, dude. I used to joke that whenever I have a son, I want to name him Laser, but then I seen that Diplo named his kid Laser, so now that shit's out the window. I don't want to be a copycat.
Fucking Diplo.
What about Peso Pluma and JOP? Who you got for that one? If they got down, who you picking?
JOP, I'm sorry, I love you, Peso, but bro, you're a skinny little twig, man. JOP, he's from the IE, he's from the
Dino, man.
And he got a little bit more meat on him, so he could fuck you up.
Yeah, yeah, but I don't listen to their music. But so do you know what the beef is between those fools?
It's because they made a song together. I think it's called Abuelito a mi papá. I forget exactly what the song was, but it was a collab they had just did together. And mind you, these guys were cool for like forever. So like they're always like,
That's why I was confused because I thought they were homies and shit.
Yeah. So basically, so when that song came out, JLP and Fuerza, they were promoting the song like crazy, and Peso really didn't promote it at all. And so I think Fuerza, they played a show out in Mexico. I can't remember exactly where. And when he was singing the song, he basically said in Spanish, like, "Hey, you may not hear this song." Basically, he's saying like, "You're only going to hear this song when we play it, because the other side, they're not even going to play it." Basically, saying that Peso Pluma doesn't play that song.
Yeah.
And then they just came out with the new song, something for us. I forget what the fuck the song's called. But in the music video, there was like a part where like he stomps out like a spider, and I guess that's Peso Pluma's like logo or some shit.
He has like a new tattoo on right here.
Yeah, so that was insane to find like more of the beef. But I'm like, me and Jonathan were kind of talking about it. I'm like, man, I feel like this is all like a fucking brew, because like he put out a song, Peso Pluma put out an album. Like it's like a little too coincidental.
Coincidental.
Yeah, that word.
Yeah, I understand that too. They're just trying to promote their stuff. Maybe. Who knows? I guess I don't want to make those types of assumptions, but it is a little too coincidental that that's going down. But hopefully they squash it. I've always dug the vibe they had with each other. They're both like pretty cool, like chill looking people, and
me too. I fucking love their music. They're both dope.
Yeah, they're good vibes. Especially JOP, man. I don't know much about Peso. Like, I just know he's like popping as fuck right now. But JOP, like seeing him like go out into the hood or like to Mexico, and I've seen a couple of his vlogs where he's just like handing out money and shit.
Yeah.
Pretty much like Steve will do it. And, that's kind of the type of person I've always wanted to be. If I could afford it, I just want to be like handing out money to the people that need it, like the families that need it. Just blessing all the people out there, and especially in Mexico because it's like cheaper out there.
Yeah.
So it's like, giving them money, it goes a longer way than it would out here. But still, either way, I want to help everyone that I can. So hopefully one day I can start doing shit like that, making content. Well, I don't want to meet it. So here's the thing with that. Actually, we should talk about that. So
Speak on it.
There's a lot of people that film themselves giving out money, donating, helping the less fortunate.
Yeah.
And I can see how it could be like a cloud chasing thing. But I feel like you could tell who's doing it for the wrong reasons and who's doing it because they're genuinely like they want to do it.
Yeah.
There's people out there that'll be all up in their face, kind of not really like, they're not speaking so like friendly. They're just like, here, take that shit, and like pretty much like and that's the wrong way to go about it. But there's some others that I think they're just trying to spread positivity, and that's kind of like how I want to do it, because it does make people want to do it, like. And what's the wrong that could come out of that? Obviously, like some people don't want to be recorded, but I'm sure a lot of them are asked permission beforehand. And if not, I mean, then yeah, that sucks. But I think it's better just spreading positivity in that way than not doing it at all or just spreading negativity.
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen. There's this Mexican dude. I forget his name, but he was going around like picking up like the dudes like they're outside like Home Depots and shit. And he's taking them like to Disneyland. He was like, "Don't worry, I'll pay you guys out for the day. Just go out here and like have fun with me."
Yeah, so even these fools, the YouTubers, these fools, that's what they're called. They recently made a video where they took people from Home Depot and they went to go buy them a fresh outfit. They got them a fresh cut. They took them out to go drink at a bar or a restaurant, and then and they paid them $200 for using them for that day.
Yeah.
So it's like pretty much like they worked, but they didn't even do anything. So it's just stuff like that. Like, I just see a domino effect or a snowball effect of people helping out others. And, I mean, fuck it. If it's for content, as long as it's not with the wrong intentions and they're not being treated poorly, I don't really see the problem in that. Of course, I'm sure they're asked permission beforehand anyway. And that's pretty much what Steve will do it. He's always been doing that since day one. That's why I respect that dude a lot. But so it's kind of shitty that he got banned from YouTube.
Why?
Because so I guess he used to live stream himself gambling on this one site. I forget the name of it. But pretty much I guess YouTube doesn't fuck with that. They don't want to promote gambling. But it's stupid because there's so many other people that do the same and they only ban him. So I think that maybe they have something towards him where they don't want to fuck with him or whatever. So he's not even allowed to be showed in Nelk videos.
What?
Yeah, or else they'll ban that channel as well. He can't be in camera. Like, he even tried starting a podcast with Bradley Martin, I believe, and he can't do that either. He's pretty much blacklisted, and it's just fucked up.
That's crazy.
Because he's one of the few that were literally just fucking blessing people in every single piece of content he does. He would bless his maids. Literally, so he lives in one of those buildings in Miami.
Yeah.
So it's like a complex essentially, but it's like super tall as fuck. So there's always valet for people that live there. So he pays those people. He just gives them fucking stacks, dude. He's spoken with his friends, families who are from the hood and shit, and he'll go bless them. He'll bless random food truck companies, all that, and so you know what I mean. It's just why are we fucking blocking this dude from being on YouTube? There's so much more worse out there on the channel or the page. I don't understand. We're talking about a lot of fights right now, and it reminded me seeing the drama with the singer or the fucking JOP and Peso Plume.
Yeah.
It was it was bringing this memory I wonder who would be in the new roster of Def Jam, the video game. There's this video game called Def Jam. It started off with Vendetta, and then they had a sequel called Fight for New York, and it's pretty much a game where They had like a bunch of rappers, and it was a fighting game. Like pretty much, think of it Street Fighter, and but with rappers.
My
And
favorite was Exhibit.
Exhibit, yeah, they had Exhibit, Redman, Method Man. They had Sean Paul. They had Snoop Dogg. They had fuck, what's his pretty much they have a bunch of rappers and even girl rappers. So I always wonder why they never made another game. Maybe it has to do with Def Jam, the record label.
For sure.
But
Yeah.
I feel like there's so many rappers that never got that chance to be in the game, and it would be sick as fuck to bring it back. You know, we have people like Lil Pump, Lil Xan,
Yeah.
or fucking
Fire.
MGK and Eminem.
Oh, that would have been fire.
So you see what I mean? And then fucking we even include JOP and Peso Pluma, like people like that. You know what I mean? It would be fucking sick as fuck. So hopefully they put that in talks and bring it back.
Yeah, me too. Because I remember, like, I think the last time I ever played it, I went out to Mexico, and there was some like random ass Mexican candy store by my grandma's house, and they had an arcade there, and it was like it was one of the Def Jam games, but like for like as an arcade version.
For real? I never
Yeah.
seen that. That's sick.
Yeah, I thought that was shit. It was super tight. I was there for like a cool hour before Mom's like, all right, we gotta go back.
Yeah, man, those games are fun. Like they have story mode. You could buy your own merch or clothing. You could buy new fresh cuts, new tats, new jewelry. You can build up your fighting skills with points that you accumulate. And it's sick because you can use like the crowd as like a weapon. So you usually each level will have like a crowd around you, like in a circle.
Yeah.
And you could literally push your guy into the crowd, and then they'll either hit that fool or they'll push him back to you and just fucking lift his ass and just bah. So that game was sick. You know, I bought a Wii that had all the Wii games and all the GameCube games included. So I went back and I finished the Fight for New York. I just realized I never finished it in the GameCube. So there's a bunch of missions that I didn't even know about. But the boss in that one is in Fight for New York is Snoop Dogg. And so he's the very last person you fight at the end. Fucking whoop that fool's ass.
Old skinny.
That fool's sick, man. People like him and Shaq. I love seeing that. Like I'm gonna be sad as hell when they die, dude.
Yeah, they've done so much, not even just for like hip hop community, but they've branched down just to be like these world like figures. Because like literally like you don't even know hip hop, but you know Shaq's name, you know Snoop Dogg's name, because they're always out here doing stuff. They're always in like investing into stuff. They're always, you know, and they're never the type of money like to like hold their money. They're like how we were just talking. These guys are also like, hey, they'll help out people when they can. Like I remember there's a story where Shaq, he bought this couple's wedding ring just because they weren't even in there like to buy a ring. They're just like kind of shopping around and browsing.
Yeah.
And he has just so happy it was in the store. He was like, he asked him like why he's like, you know, getting the wedding ring. I was like, oh, I'm gonna get married. He was like, which one do you want? And he was like, yeah, that's okay. Like, yeah, I get that one, and I'll buy it for you. And then, but that's just one example of multiple things they do. They don't, and sometimes they don't even like they rarely announce that shit. They'll just like
They just pull up to the store and then whoever they see there, they'll pay for everything.
Yeah.
Like I've seen videos of Shaq doing the same. He was at like Home Depot and like some Hispanic ladies were there, and he asked what were they there for, and they said like washing machine or whatever, and he was like go pick it, and he bought that. Same thing for kids. Like he'll be at like a Walmart or whatever.
Yeah.
And he'll be like, well, what kind of games you want? What kind of toys you want? And everything you want in your cart, go get it, and I'll pay for it. So it's just like, damn, that's some real boss shit right there.
Yeah, and then like with Snoop, how he does like a lot of the kid football leagues.
Yeah, he has his own football league, and he even has teams out here in the IE.
Yeah,
I think it goes from the IE to like LA. Like there's a documentary on it too on Hulu.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like a documentary TV show. Pretty much he films like a season of every team in the league, and there's like a lot of sad shit, like a lot of kids that are going through a lot of shit that no one talks about pretty much.
Yeah.
And he spotlights that, and you know, it's people like him that like motivate. He's like another father figure to a lot of those kids.
Yeah,
he really cares about them and all that.
A lot of them hold Snoop in high regards because a lot of those kids actually freaking end up going to the league.
Yeah,
like rest in peace, Ronnie Hillman. He played for the Broncos and he was part of Snoop's league too.
I think he said Juju Smith-Schuster was his first Super Bowl winner or something like that, or his most recent, because he just won with the Chiefs.
Yeah, Juju was in it. I forget some other people.
I think C.J. Stroud.
Yeah, C.J. Stroud. Oh yeah, huh?
Yeah, Stroud, Snoop was talking about that. How he just got the first round pick in the draft. Even dude, my sister was in the cheerleading league and on his thing.
Really?
Yeah, she was a cheerleader for like the Rialto team.
Shout out little Miss J.
Yeah. So yeah, man, it's cool. You know, seeing stuff like that, I wanted to give back to the community. That's everything I want to do. So, one day for sure. I think what's called Shaq. He's a fucking businessman. Like he has so many companies. It's kind of like, so you get told to learn how to say no, to do, you know, more quality things rather than quantity. But it's outliers like Shaq and Snoop that just fucking say yes to everything.
Yeah.
You know, Snoop has said that his mom told him one day, is just like, take every opportunity that's given to you, because you never know when you're not going to get them no more. And so that kind of like, it's kind of tricky. You know, you get told not to do that, but then you see people like them and they do that, and it just goes to show how successful you can be. You just got to be the right character. You got to have the right charisma. You have to, you know, just, I don't know, you got to give your own flavor and be yourself. And that's how he's respected. And people like Snoop is like, he's just himself in everything he does. And you know, that's why people love working with him.
Yeah. You know, I just remember too. Remember Shaq made his own shoe just because like he wanted kids with like low income to have cool looking shoes.
Yeah, exactly. Even though it gets hate and flack or whatever, you know, it kind of backfired a bit, but it's still the thought that counts. And at the end of the day, it is a nice shoe. Like they look like any other quality shoe. It's just the logo is just with Shaq dunking. Yeah. But it is what it is. You know, it's all about, you know, just the effort and at least trying to do something about for the kids. Because that's what we got to focus on is the next generation's up. And you know, it's unfortunate that sometimes they do get bullied for shoes.
Yeah, man, that sucks. Because I actually do remember I had some shitty ass shoes when I was growing up as a kid, and then I would get roasted for it.
No, I used to get roasted back in the day in like elementary school for wearing like a bunch of WWE shirts.
Yeah. Like
all the skater fools I would hang out with, they'd always talk shit on there. They'd be like, "Grow up" or whatever, stuff like that.
Fuck you guys! Like you guys weren't watching it too.
It's because people were already figuring out that it was fake back then, but it's not really that fake. You know, a lot of the fighting, maybe like the acting can be whack as fuck sometimes.
Yeah.
But it's still like these fools are putting their bodies on the line like every single night. Like people have even died in the ring before.
Yeah.
Or they fucking break their necks or just crazy shit like that. So yeah, although the results are pre-planned,
my emotions are real.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So, but yeah, I used to get roasted for the WWE shirts, and maybe that's why I stopped watching WWE, because I was like, damn, maybe this was alright. But no, it's coming back. Honestly, I think they said that they're getting the most views they've ever gotten before, which I kind of believe.
Yeah, because I mean, we're now a lot of these fools are adults, and they know it's not real, but they appreciate what it is for it, what it is for, and they'll still, it's
entertainment.
Yeah,
that's why it's World Wrestling Entertainment, WWE. You know, it's not meant to be like fucking the most real thing ever. It's smart that way, because there's just some fools that they're talented as fuck at wrestling, but they just don't have the character.
Oh, you know what's funny as fuck? So one of the last times I went to a Raw taping with Jaime, like a couple years back. And we were sitting at time, we're having the time of our lives, and Naomi, like, the wrestler, she had just gotten the title, and so she was like, she made it her own. It was like, because her thing is like super ravey, super colorful stuff, so she had like put like lights on the belt.
Oh, for real?
And so yeah, so they're giving her the belt, and she's talking about like like thank you, and then just being like congratulative and appreciative of the opportunities and stuff. And this one chick like really right here, and this chick over here, she's standing, she's so hot. She's like, you ain't shit. You ain't done nothing. Like just like going off on her. I'm like, why are you mad? Like this shit's fake, but she was fucking hot. She was pressed of it. It was real. It was funny as fuck. It was funny as fuck.
What's your favorite belt? I like the when John Cena switched it. At first I didn't like it because back in the day everyone hated John Cena because he was too much like a goody two shoes, like Superman, whatever.
I mean, he wasn't always like that. He was like, the thugonomic
That's
guy.
why a lot of people hated when he switched from the thugonomics to the baby face of the what's it called, WWE.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, you know what? It's funny because I literally was watching a little documentary with Edge.
Yeah.
Remember when he put his little flare on the spinner belt?
Yeah, with the rated R.
Yeah. So when they told him like because he did not like the spinner belt at all.
Oh, I don't believe him.
So when they told him, yeah, you're getting your own belt, he was like, cool. And he's super hands on, like about everything about his whole character. So he went back home. He drew like this sick. Like they put a picture of it on like on the video of like the design he wanted for the belt. And he was like, hey, I think we do something like this. I think it looks really cool. And it was like, nah, we're just gonna put your logo in the middle. And he was like, the fuck.
Yeah, it
He was
just doesn't fit his style.
Nah, it
I
did
don't know
not.
why they did that. It is stupid as fuck. It only fit John Cena, so like if anyone else had it, you had to change it, man. But I feel John Cena was like the champ for so long though. Like
Yeah.
it literally pissed me off. I think that's why I got like fatigued of the WWE. Is just I was just tired of seeing John Cena all the time.
I think mine was probably the ECW belt.
Oh yeah, that shit was sick.
Yeah.
I looked all beat up and shit.
Yeah, it was so super cool.
Yeah, I used to get all those belts like they would sell at like Walmart and shit, like
yeah,
the fake ones,
Yeah, the little plastic
the
ones.
replicas. Yeah, I used to get all of them. I wonder where they're at, dude. They're probably at my mom's house still.
Yeah.
But I never got that one, the spinning one, and my cousin did. I was like, damn, I want this shit so bad.
I hate how the new ones look. It just looks so dumb with the WWE in the
Yeah.
middle. Like they did make a new one because that fool Roman Reigns. So he basically owns two of the belts, but he doesn't perform. Like he performed like a couple times out of the year, and a lot of people are getting mad because like, hey, if he's gonna be champion for both belts, he needs to come out and perform. So Triple H was like, all right, fuck it. We're gonna make a new champion, which is they brought back the World Heavyweight Championship, and that one looks nice as hell. It actually looks super clean, super
Yeah.
slick.
It looks like old schoolish kind of.
Yeah, and so I really fuck with that one a lot. And
A lot of people don't like the WWE ones, like the main ones.
yeah, no, I've never.
It's because they just look super like boring and plain, and then they're just changing the color of the belts.
Yeah, that was
Like,
stupid.
that shit's whack.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the ECW one best too though. But it's cool, you know. I think we should hit one of those shows sometime. I haven't been in so long.
I love it. And they perform out here in Ontario all the time at the Honda Center or Toyota Center. I forget what it's called now.
Toyota.
Toyota Arena. There we go.
Yeah, dude, I could have gone to the Super Bowl, man, but had to miss out and go support South
You
is
mean
hard.
WrestleMania?
Oh yeah. I said Super Bowl, huh?
Yeah. I mean, it is a Super Bowl of wrestling.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I could have gone to WrestleMania and I didn't. I'm still mad at myself about that, but it is what it is. There will be another one, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
sure.
Logan Paul, he's been, dude. Did you see that one when he jumped from the ropes into the middle with that other dude? What's
With
his other guy?
Ricochet.
Yeah, they fucking both bounced from the ropes and like pretty much clotheslined each other. That shit was fucking crazy. Like mad props to that dude. I think he's made for that WWE shit, honestly.
It was funny as fuck because I guess he hit his head bad, and they everybody kept roasting him in the backstage because I guess you're supposed to tuck your head in.
Yeah.
And he didn't do that, so he just like slammed his head backwards.
Yeah, when I seen it like in normal speed, bro, I was like, God damn, my boy, you probably fucked up your skull.
Yeah, a lot of people are kind of like a lot of the wrestlers are like low key a little butthurt because he's getting like opportunities that other people aren't.
Yeah,
But he is bringing in a crowd, so that's why they're doing it.
yeah, I understand that whole thing is like because it's kind of the same thing with the DJ stuff. It's just like these non EDM related people. They're like they just come in and just fucking headline right away because of the name.
Yeah.
And you know, I kind of feel it, but at the same time, it's not like he's doing it all the time. It's just like here and there, you know. So I don't know. It's not that big of a deal, I guess. But
No,
it does kind of suck though that he does get the WrestleMania spots, and like there's all those wrestlers that have been fighting for that for so long, and they don't get it. But I mean, dude, he's performing, man. Every wrestling event I've seen of his, he just like fucking outdoes himself every single time.
Yeah, he was always done in great super matches.
Yeah, he even talked about like he doesn't know how he's gonna outbeat the WrestleMania thing, but
I'm sure he'll find a way.
Yeah, he's mad creative too. How he's putting his Prime shit out there and all that. How he fucking he jumped on KSI on the fucking announcing table.
I think I just think it's cool as hell, and then I think it's like damn, it's crazy because you know how the shit that's little drama that's happening with him and Impulsive.
Oh, with Georgienko.
Yeah, I was like, I wonder what happened with that.
Well, did you so you don't watch him that often, huh?
Honestly, not really since George left. I'll watch a couple episodes here and there if it's somebody I want to see, or like the one I did remember. Honestly, that was recent. It was him, Mike, Mike's sister, and Jake was on there, and he said something that was bleeped out. But in the comments, he was basically saying he was talking shit on George's podcast.
Yeah, pretty much saying Logan Paul was saying that like no one's watching George Janko's pod. Which I mean, he's getting views, bro. But obviously, it's like you can't compete against Logan. Like he's not at that level.
Of course.
So it's just like no shit. He's not getting the views that you're used to, but he's still getting views, bro. I think he's just trying to throw shade.
Yeah.
But pretty much, so Impulsive is a podcast with Logan Paul, George Janko, or it was with George Janko, and Mike Malek. So they've always been struggling with getting a third host, and because it was always Mike and Logan.
Yeah.
They started off with this guy named what was his name? Starts with the S. That's gonna fuck. All right, but pretty much they had a homie. He ended up leaving because he wanted to move to Hawaii. And then they got in one of Logan's like close friends before fame, like a random friend. And he ended up stopped doing it because he wanted to pursue like art and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
So he wanted to take up time to do art, and so he stopped doing Impulsive. And then so finally they brought in George Janko because he had stepped in like for as a temporary host with on the 6ix9ine episode.
And that one was funny.
That one was funny as fuck. He had like a good chemistry. He had good chemistry with 6ix9ine. And so all the fans were leaving comments like, "Let's keep George Janko. He killed it, whatever." So they had George for the longest. Like he was for sure the longest third host. And then towards the end of their connection, George started like he would always bring in like the God topics, and so I guess they were just over it. And so that's one part of it. Now the second part is George. There was an episode where Bobby Lee came on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and so Bobby Lee, he's kind of like he could be an asshole at times. So he was kind of targeting George a lot, and so George didn't really like that. But the way Bobby was looking at it is like George is trying to be a comedian as well. Mm-hmm. So he's not able to take the jokes. So it's just like, why are you even trying to be a comedian? But pretty much Bobby, George was on his monologue. He was like talking forever about something. And pretty much Bobby was pretty much like being rude about it. He kept trying to interrupt him. And then it got like awkward. And then he looked at him like, "Oh, are you done? Are you done?" He was like, "I'm sorry, but the monologue was just really long."
Yeah, which it was long.
Yeah, it was long as shit. But I mean, it's kind of, you can't really do that when you have a guest because it's about the guest, it's not really about your monologue. But I did agree with that because he ended up walking off because Bobby kept giving like little jabs at him, and he pretty much was over it. He had pre-called it Uber, he said that, and so he dipped out on the episode, and he got a lot of flack for that, and especially from Logan and Mike. And so they had a talk with him. George ended up apologizing to Bobby Lee, but there was still some tension. And then I think a couple episodes after that, pretty much Logan was bashing George about being Christian.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it started off, I believe, with George saying like, "Why are you always saying that I'm against gays or gay people?" And like, and Logan would say like, "Oh, but your religion is against it. Like your subscription." He worded it as in like your subscription to your religion. They believe against gays or they're against it.
Yeah. And
so pretty much George was like just going. He was offended. He was going back and forth with him. Logan said that George was it was about unintelligence. What is it?
I don't. But there was also a part where he said something about like how George uses like his religion as like for therapy when he actually needs a therapist.
Oh yeah, he said obviously your religion isn't doing it like good enough, but so you need to go see a therapist.
Yeah.
Oh, emotional intelligence. He was saying that he was lacking that George Janko was lacking emotional intelligence. So it's just like so much, and literally the Logan was fucking on his ass about it, and it's just like I really hated that. I did not like that at all, and a lot of people in the comments agreed. Like they were just saying like, "I'm real disappointed in you, Logan. Like you've been doing so good, and then you fuck it up with that." Because dude, I never really liked the Paul brothers until the podcast, and then that's when I started like actually supporting Logan.
Same.
And he was seeming to be like at least a fair human being, and every now and then he'll have an episode where he's just kind of like a fucking asshole, or he's just like he's super arrogant, or like pretty much a narcissist. And it always like I'll be like, come on, man, but I would get over it. And then this episode with George Janko where he went off on him, it's just like, all right, man, you're coming back to being an asshole, because I mean I don't know. He just rubs off that energy sometimes. Even in Mike's vlogs, like he gives off that energy. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, so they claimed they were cool, whatever. And you know, George ended up like not coming on one of the episodes after that. And you know, people were just confused, like, is he off the pod? And they would act like he isn't. But then he started his own podcast, and ever since then, he's just never been back. So, pretty much, I guess behind doors, they did cut it off. They unfollowed, I think, one another, or at least one party unfollowed the other. And ever since then, you know, they've been Logan's been throwing little jabs at him, because I've heard it on a couple episodes where he says some stuff about George. But dude, I guess George Janko put on Twitter that he's not allowed to say anything. So I'm pretty sure there's like a contract where he's not allowed to talk about the drama.
I'm sure there's an NDA involved or some shit.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, that's unfortunate, because George was one of Logan's like few real friends. Like those are the type of people you want to keep with you. Like he actually cared about like his well-being, his family, the actual real important shit. He's just not there for the party or the clout. So yeah, that's that shit right there. Just drama all around. But so you don't watch George's podcast? I watch it here and there.
I've watched a few episodes here and there.
It's because his guests are a little different, but that's why he started his podcast, is so he could talk about what he wanted to, and he loves his religion, Christianity, and all that. So, you know, it's respected. I respect him and all that.
Yeah.
But hopefully he gets the viewers he deserves, I guess, or that's good enough for Logan's expectations. But we'll see. I don't know. Logan's trying to get into UFC as well.
Isn't he like one of the primary drink sponsors?
Prime, yeah. Prime is sponsored by UFC, or the other way around. But he's trying to get into the cage. He's actually gonna fight. Oh no, that's Jake Paul who's gonna fight Nate Diaz. Yeah, those dudes, I don't know. They've been crazy with it. They've been getting crazy fights. So I respect him for that too. It's just,
I think it's funny because I remember I think it was on one of the episodes with Jake, the one where I was talking about where he's talking shit on George. He was like, "Fool, how did you fucking steal that?" Because I guess Logan was supposed to fight Nate Diaz, and then ended up being Jake. And then Jake was like, "Fool, that fight was never yours to begin with."
I know, that's just funny as fuck.
Yeah, which is true, because I'd rather see Jake Paul versus Nate Diaz than Logan Paul versus Nate Diaz.
Yeah, Jake's for sure the better fighter of the two, but he's put more time into it and all that. All right, we're gonna get into Off the Web. This last week, Off the Web, we spun 90s music, and this week we spun progressive house.
Part 2.
So part 2. This is the first time we're making a part 2 to any genre so far. So we'll get it started with, I believe, you.
Yes. For this week's Off the Web, my top 5 picks are.
You want to play them or no?
It's up to you.
All right, fuck it, we'll play it.
We'll play them.
I like when we play it because, you know, I know a lot of people probably want to hear the songs, but we'll play it when we can.
Yeah.
Technically, really, we can always play it, but like we said, copyright shit.
Yeah. We would like to get monetized for these videos somehow.
Yeah, whenever we get enough numbers.
Yeah, so for number 5 for my progressive house mix is Nadia Ali Pressure, the Alesso remix. Was it connected? There we go. What was that? Goddamn music videos. Come on, let me skip it.
I'm in deep. Seems everybody wants something from me. I was a lover.
Sounds familiar, but I don't think I remember it yet.
You don't remember this one?
It sounds very familiar.
Oh, you'll know when you hear the drop.
Oh yeah, right. I know it's
Now you know.
I actually made a shuffle video to it. Someone else put the song in though. I didn't pick it.
Yeah, I fucking love that song so much. I was playing that shit all fucking high school.
Yeah, that one's a banger.
For number 4, because I gotta give the girls another one. Cruella, Enjoy the Ride. I love these girls.
They don't love you. Not yet.
I don't even know who I am.
We were born ready, ready to be free, chasing every thrill we could see. With our eyes steady, waking to a dream, aching to be thrown in the ring. If nothing comes easy,
It's a bit of a long one, so let's get to the drop.
I miss when they made progressive house.
I know. Oh, another beef with them and Rain Man. Crazy. They squashed it apparently, but it's never the same. That was number 4. Number 3 for me, and this is honestly, it's probably like one of my top 5 Cascade songs.
Ooh.
It moved for me.
Bum, bum. Fuck yeah, man.
This melody, like, goated. God, this song is so good.
Yeah, man. It's like the phrase "more is less."
Yeah.
It's like one of those. And you know, people struggle with that when they're making music nowadays. It's like they just want to add so many layers to their songs. Even us sometimes.
Yeah,
you know?
no, we've been victim to that too.
Yeah, it's just like fuck. We got to get back to the simplistic shit.
Yeah.
And like the more like I don't know, it's so rare too, where like a song's vocals or lyrics like they stick with me. But Cascade, he's always fucking killed that
He
shit.
knows how to do it.
And back in the day, like that song brings back so many memories when I was just like a 15, 16-year-old going to like the nightclubs and shit with my homies, like our EDM group.
Yeah.
I would be bumping like a bunch of shit like that.
Yeah, me too. For number 2 for me is Blau, How You Love Me featuring Bright Lights.
Oh yeah. Relow.
No, but I promise I'm worth it if you just open up your eyes. I don't need a second chance, I need a friend, someone who's gonna stand by me right there till the end. If you want the best of my heart, you just gotta see the good in me. 'Cause I could be the rain in your desert sky, I could be the fire in your darkest night.
This would have been a good Blau and Corella collab.
For real.
Her voice is good still, but yeah, it would be better with Corella. Bro, you know what they should do? They should make Corella Blau included instead of Rayman.
Oh, that'd be fire.
Cause let's be real, we don't hear them either of their names as much no more.
Nah, not really.
So I feel like them coming together, it would be a good mesh.
Yeah,
And-
I would totally see them.
Yeah, and spark a new like interest or whatever in a lot of the new viewers. Cause I'm sure a lot of the new ravers like
They don't even
They-
know who the fuck
they-
Blau or Kriller are.
yeah, exactly.
They're like, who, 3 Loud? I'm like, nah, Dead Mouth 5, bitch. And then my number 1, I don't know if it's Progressive House, but I'm gonna put it anyways, is Swedish House Mafia 1. Could be, I don't think it is, but I'm gonna put it anyways.
People in the comments gonna come for you.
Come at me.
DJ Blend.
Spooky mix. No, this wasn't spooky mix.
You just kill me, could you at least do that? I wanna know your name. Or better yet, stay there, but just do that. I wanna know your name. You just kill me, could you at least do that? I wanna know your name. Or better yet, stay there, but just do that. Hey, yeah.
I haven't heard anyone play this in forever either.
I know, man.
And they used to play this shit all the time too back in the day.
Facts. I've never seen them in live. That's
We've seen Axwell and Grosso and
Bro?
Steve Angelo separately, but never together.
we did.
Yeah.
When?
I know for sure we've seen Steve Angelo.
Are you sure?
Well, at
I
EDC
don't recall.
2015.
Did we? I don't
yeah.
think so,
Well,
man.
We for sure heard him because I remember we were chilling at the bleachers for like a cool minute, and they were playing main stage, and we heard that one Steve Angelo song everyone always plays.
Maybe. I don't recall, but maybe. All right, so my top 5 off the web this week. Number 5, I got Sebastian Ingrosso and Alesso calling Lose My Mind featuring Ryan Tedder. That's a long ass name.
And surrender our rights and wrongs. Can we just for one night let the stars decide where we belong? Maybe heaven right now is a devil or angel away. That won't change. Together we vow that our colors will sparkle the fade. And I will find you. I will find you. I will reach you. I will lose my
Yeah, that song's golden, man. It's like a festival favorite for sure. Every festival they play that shit. Everyone's singing along. Even the melodies.
That's a good ass song.
All right, number 4, I got In My Mind by Ivan Go and Phoenix Powell.
That's a bop.
I think that's how you say it. Axwell mix, actually.
In my mind.
And in my mind, in my head, this is where we all came from. The dreams we have, the love we share. This is what we're waiting for. This is what we're waiting for.
Timeless record right there.
Super timeless.
I always want to play it in our sets, but when you only get an hour, man, it's hard to fit in everything.
Yeah.
All right, so my number 3, I got Adventure Club in Dallas K. Is that how you say it? Dallas K? Dallas?
Dallas.
Yeah, Adventure Club in Dallas, Crash 2.0.
That's such a good ass song.
I try my best just to get away, but you pulled me closer. You're something wild I can never tame.
Wait,
And you
I didn't play this one right the last time.
Crash?
Yeah.
I don't think you did.
All right. Fuck it.
You're the drug running through my veins, and the crash right after. You're the drug running through my veins, and the crash right after. You're the drug running through my veins, and the crash right after. And the crash right after.
Oh yeah. That shit is in my favorite EDC trailer. All right, number 2, we got "I Could Be the One" by Avicii versus Nicky Romero, also known as Nick Tim, because Nicky Romero, Tim Berlin.
Nick Tim.
Excuse me?
Fuck you, music video.
The things we used to do and used to be. I could be the one to make you feel that way. I could be the one to set you free. Do you think about me when the crowd is gone? It used to be so easy, you and me. I could be the one to make you feel that way. I could be the one to set you
Banger, man, banger. R.I.P. Avicii.
R.I.P.
All right, this one's it's a lot newer than the other ones, but it's called "Feel Love" by Feed Me, featuring Rosie Doonan.
Day you called, the sun was big and low to the ground. The cold, it froze my fingers tight. Time was still and I was lost from sight for a while. The call is new to turn me loose. You had my heart, I knew it from the start. You had my heart, it cold inside, and every picture made. Never, you ain't ever gonna feel love. Never, you won't ever feel the way this hurts. 'Cause all the memories that we dreamed of now have all been washed away through you. Do you ever wanna feel love? Do you ever feel the way this hurts? 'Cause all the memories that we dreamed of now have all been washed away.
A big reason why I love that song because it reminds me of Old Cascade and Dead Mouse.
Really?
Yes, sir. You don't get the vibe like "Move for Me." This song?
You know what I do? It's very melodic like that.
Yeah, exactly. So and you know what? Like it's one of the prime examples of like a EDM track that gives off like strong emotion.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of people like the usual general public that they talk shit on like EDM because they think it's just fucking robot sounds and stuff like that, and that it's not real music or whatever. But it's just like that's a prime example of a real fucking song, all right? But yeah. Yeah, dude. So I damn, he doesn't really make stuff like that really, but I wish that he would tap into that a lot more because we need that shit, man. We like this song is only like 4 years old, whereas the like old Cascade that's like 10 years ago and stuff like that. So we need more producers to make some stuff like that.
Yeah.
But those are like for the real talented ass fools, like the fucking European ass fools. But yeah, so that's our top five, that's off the web this week.
Yeah.
Now we got to spin the wheel. It's your turn.
It is my turn. Ooh, what do we get?
Wait, it's the same thing again. Hip hop. We just spun that shit.
One more time.
I forgot to erase the names. Freestyle. Fuck it, or freestyle this bitch.
Yeah, freestyle. Fuck it.
All right, we're going to freestyle this bitch again. All right, so freestyle for those of you that don't know, so we just pretty much play whatever the fuck we want, and
Yeah,
those are always pretty exciting because we get to give y'all a little taste of what we're into. That's
Yeah.
outside of EDM at least, but we do include EDM songs. But
Like the last one, it was just literally like the top 5 songs I was playing throughout that specific week, and it just so happened to be literally all over the place.
yeah, all right, that concludes this episode of Woof Web, yo. Thank y'all again for watching. We'll see you guys next week,
Yes,
and we're
sir.
gonna give you how the actual show went down, and it's gonna be fun. We're gonna record it and all that, make a vlog out of it. So we're excited to give you guys new content. Let's go. Catch y'all next time. Peace.